Hello, everybody. How are we all doing this fine Wednesday evening? It's shocking. I am streaming 2 weeks in a row. I was very lucky that the husband is not home this evening. He's at work, so I have free reign to stream outside of my scheduled once every 2 weeks. So I'm very, very excited about that. Today, we are going to be doing something a little different. So very much looking forward to that. How is everybody doing? I'm okay. I'm tired. I'm like perpetually tired at the moment. Kids, lockdown, house, can't go outside. You know how it is. It's awful and terrible. But I have been getting some good writing done the past few days, so that is a plus. Let's see who's here. Barry is here. Hello. How are you doing today? Di is here. Hello. Dawdling Writer. A Quiet Life. Hello. How are you? Dawdling Writer attempting to get some more editing done today. Oh, very good. Wish you luck. Barry finishing up internship research and hoping to start writing soon. Oh, how much more research have you got to do? Is it difficult? I've never had an internship. Obviously, I don't know exactly what research is that you need to be doing, but hopefully you can get it all sorted and get to the writing. Yes, how is everybody doing? Day is here. Hello. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Dawdling Writer. Sherry is here. You made it. Yes, you did. We're going to have some fun today. Absolutely. I got the time. It's always 4 p.m. EST. Always. It's the only time I'm able to stream. So Katerina is here. Hello, how are you? Meg Life Crisis. Hi. Have I told you how much I love your makeup and your avatar? I feel like I have. But I'm saying it again. Your makeup, that eyeshadow is amazing. Nia is here. Hello, how are you? I'm saying hello to everybody. Charlotte is here. Hello, how are you doing today? Constantly tired, yes, but feeling a bit on a creative streak recently, so that's a boost. Yes, tired but creative. I feel like you can't have it both ways. You can't be well rested and creative at the same time. Like, you're either one or the other or both. Myra's here. Hello. Not sure how much work I will get done. Me neither, but we're gonna see. They just got home from work, so we're gonna exercise for them. Some of these. Good luck. Good luck. Researching password managers for non-profit businesses. Sounds very cool. Writing Violet is here. Hello, Brianna Thorne. What is up? I love your cat. That cat is, give me a picture of a cat and I'm there. I'm there for the cat. Might read a bit while icing my hands. Hopefully your hands get better. You're welcome. Nia, working on some exercise routines earlier, so quick shower, then I get to write. Yes, writing. I'm so cold. I'm hot. I had to take off my cardigan because I'm cold during the day. Then the second the evening hits, suddenly I'm like warm. I don't know why, because I've not adjusted my heating, but I just am. The well-rested creative is a myth. Yes, they are. Or drawing, or both. Yes, you have a comic to work on, Nia. Don't think I have forgotten. Haley kept typing Barry Allen. I was offended that it didn't show your avatar. Blanket time or Star Labs jumper time. Yes, right. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we are going to be doing what I have dubbed chaos sprints. A couple of weeks ago, I did a writing experiment where I did I guess you could call it the Elon Musk productivity time block challenge, whatever. Apparently, he schedules his day in 5-minute time slots. So I scheduled and did all my writing in 5-minute slots, as in 5-minute long writing sprints, and flipped between like 5 different projects, just to extend all out for the day, and it was very, very fun but extremely frustrating. So today on this stream, I'm warning you all now, every single sprint is going to be 5 minutes long. There may or may not be a break between some of the sprints. Sometimes we'll sit and chat, sometimes we'll do 5 minutes, I will reset the timer and we will do another 5 minutes. It's going to get fun, it's going to get frustrating, and it's going to be a little bit chaotic. But I actually got some very good word count results doing this experiment in these 5 minute bursts. I think in total, I did about 100 minutes worth of writing and I got 4,200 or so words, which is a very, very good result for me recently, because focusing for just those 5 minutes, I don't have the time to do anything else. I don't have the time to check my phone, or technically I don't have time to also get up and get a cup of tea or something. Like, I've only got 5 minutes. So today we're going to see how well we do writing for just 5 minutes all of the time, and hopefully we'll get some good productivity done. Let me know what you guys are going to be working on, for those of you who haven't told me. Yes, wow, absolutely. Yes, we shall, Sherry, we shall dine. Never tried that. Yeah, I see. I know some people like short sprints, and I know 5 minutes is a very, very short time, but I'm always a believer, even though I don't technically follow it all the time, in if I'm not bothered to write, I'll give myself at least 5 minutes of time to focus, and then that usually, it gets something out of me. So if you're a little bit distracted, if you're a little bit tired, you know, it's just 5 minutes, so it might give you a little bit more of a push to get some more work done. But if you are, you know, in that creative zone, you've got 5 minutes to get as much down as you possibly can, because you don't have any longer. So hopefully it will work out in everybody's favor, productively, writing wise. Quick 5 minute bursts of exercise their day. That, yes, I was very surprised at those results. So hopefully it's not just me filming it and it happened like that. Hopefully it happens like that all the time. I'm so whitewashed with this camera and my lamp, it's awful. Excited to try this. Yes, we're going to try. I feel like I don't have to like watch the clock either, because I don't have to make time for like a massive 32-minute sprint like I usually do on my live streams. It's 5 minutes, so however many minutes or rounds of 5 we get done is how much we get done, and we can chat in between for a little bit longer if we need to. I live with an Aries, so I'm used to chaos. Yes. Writing sci-fi on the 2021 project. Love it. Fire signs, but yes, fire signs. I'm a Gemini. Is that an air sign? I feel like Gemini is an air sign. I don't actually know though. If you know, let me know. But yes, fire. Right. We're just gonna get straight into it, guys, with our first 5 minutes. Working on work. Ugh. Got to work on something. It's only 5 minutes though, so it's not too bad. I have a different timer today. It's not a Google timer. Which one is it? That one. No. Oh, every single time I try and share my screen, I always click on the wrong little button at the bottom. It's that one. That one. I always click on the one that has the one little person outline and the box, because there's not 2 of me. But I need to click on the one that's got the 2 people in the box, because it means smaller person. I'll get it right eventually. Regina is here. Hello, how are you today? Yes. Also a Gemini. Gemini's got to stick together. Let's do it. Working on a witch story. Absolutely fantastic. I was correct. It is an air sign. I know at least that much about my star sign. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, her kitten is absolutely adorable, isn't it? Right, guys, are we ready? First 5 minute sprint. I'm going to be working on Abingdon House. That is my middle grade magical realism. I'm currently working on the second draft, which I'm very, very excited about. So we'll see how many words I can get on that. Ashley B, hello, how are you? Yeah, my alert bell sucks as well. Absolutely never goes off when I want it to. And if it does, I don't notice it goes off because it's absolutely terrible. Right, let us start with our very first 5-minute chaos sprint. There is nobody in the house. Technically, I do not have to put myself on mute, so you can all enjoy the clickety clack of my keyboard as we write. And if everybody is ready, we are going to begin in 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Failing already. Okay, that is the end of the first 5-minute sprint. I realize that there is no timer on here, noise wise anyway, but that's because my headphones are plugged in and my speakers are not. So I shall need to rectify that situation, so everyone else can be there to actually hear when the timer goes off, instead of just me having to talk at you and let you know. How did everybody do? How was the focus for that 5-minute sprint? It might seem okay. It gets worse. Believe me, it gets worse. I wrote 261 words in that 5 minutes. Did I? Or did I write something for Abingdon House earlier in the day and I wrote less than 261 words? See, now I don't know and I'm not sure, but let me know how you guys did. Sherry, Alpha reading Abingdon House. Yes. Yeah, I've still got a few people alpha reading. But what most people have already alpha read and commented on are the ones, or the chapters at least, I'm currently working on anyway. I have nothing else to work on, so it has to be Abingdon House. Daya, 166 words. Sharla, the first 233 words of my new story. That's absolutely fantastic. 123 words. I'm impressed with myself. Katerina read about 2 pages. That's fantastic. Dawdling Writer did a quick read through of the next 2 scenes. Showing me comments. I'm gonna have to go back and look at them now. I'm not working from the manuscript at the moment though, so I don't know what chapter you left off of. Do I go and look at the comments and add stuff to what I've already? I probably will. It probably will. It's fine. So 5 minutes, right? First 5 minutes is done. I'm going to try and fiddle out now with this stupid headset and try and actually stick my speakers in if I can find the correct wire for them, I should say. While I wait for StreamYard to catch up with all of the comments. Is it this one? I found the wire. I'm absolutely terrible. I didn't even think of this. Nia, 82 words. I barely got started and looked up and it was 2 minutes, 33 seconds left. Panic. Like, yeah, it happens. Sometimes it's like it takes you 5 minutes to get your bearings and it's just like, okay, now this is pointless. But once you're into it, hopefully it will. I can't find what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at what I'm doing, so it's not helpful. Didn't that work? We'll find out if it worked. We will find out. Sherry's very excited about the 1, 2, 3 in the chronological order. A Quiet Life, I did a little editing and a little writing, but I like the idea of using these 5 minutes just to barrel ahead with writing, no editing, perhaps the next 5. Do you edit and write at the same time? Like, do you write something and then go back and then edit it before you move on? Or do you have 2 different things you're working on to write and edit? But yeah, 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes of writing and then 5 minutes of editing if you do it that way. Even my chaos streams have an order too. Barry cleaned dishes, fantastic. If you weren't a water sign, I would have said you were a Libra. See, I don't know anything about like the star signs because I always hear such conflicting things about like favorite colors or personalities and things like that, and it's like, which one is true? But it's so super interesting though about all the personalities and who gets on best with who and all of that. So I want to like write a story about, not about it one day, I guess, but something star sign related, just to kick it all up a notch. Right. Oh, I swear to God, I edited that to say 2. Right, guys, we are going to get into our second 5-minute sprint, and we are going to go straight from our first 5-minute sprint to our third 5-minute sprint. Obviously, in my video that I did, I switched between projects, which is part of the frustrating part. I'm not switching projects this time, so we'll see if it ends up being as frustrating with having to stop and start and do different projects. But let me guys know if anybody is forced to stop in the middle of a sentence of writing or editing or reading, because I think that was the most frustrating part about it, and I want to know if it happens to anyone else. I keep changing this to number 2. Why won't you stay as number 2, you StreamYard? There we go. Right. Second 5-minute sprint. We'll see if I have plugged my speakers into the correct slot on my PC. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, begin! Okay. That works. It's okay. I'll turn it up a little bit louder. The second sprint has finished. Guys, I hope you are prepared. We are going to go straight into our third 5-minute sprint. Pull that back up. And 3, 2, 1, begin. Okay, and that is the third chaos sprint. All done and dusted, guys. How did everybody do for those? I will work it out in a minute. Not that I took note of what I did for both separate sprints, but altogether I managed to write 391 words for both of those 5 minutes. Really should be taking note of what I'm doing every single 5 minutes, but there we go. We're just not. I don't know where I left off. Barry, Taurus, Nia, Libra, Charlotte, Aries, Quiet Life, another Libra. Author JC Carpenter is here. Hello, how are you? Sarah is here. Hello. Meg, I'm trying to write a blurb pitch for my novel and it's so hard. Look, I've just had to do this. It is horrible. You think that writing 70,000 plus words of a novel is difficult, and then you try and condense 70,000 words into an interesting, mysterious 250 word pitch, and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I had to do it myself very recently. I'm gonna have to redo it again because I want to try and query this year, but it is worse than the actual writing of the novel and the actual rewriting of the novel, and I wish you all of the luck in the world doing it because it is horrific. Tara is here with Chaos. Hello. Meg, 105 total for both blurbs are hard. Yeah, absolutely. Sherry's on page 18. Charlotte ended up looking at reading recommendations. It's still productive. You need to find some books somehow. Barry just figured out the villain's evil endgame. Yes, love a good villain. Dia, 263 for both. That's fantastic. Exactly that. Now I'm doubting everything I wrote. Yeah. It's what is it you need to do for a pitch? It's like you have to try and condense the character and their arc and the main part of the plot all in one, and it's like I don't know how to do that. DM. Quite Life, 150T for both with less editing as I went this time. That's fantastic. The words might be garbage, but I won't let myself care until after all of these sprints are over. Lol, that is the way to go. That is how I do my writing now. I completely ignore the quality because it's a first draft. You're going to be rewriting it anyway, and the rewriting part is making it sound better than it actually is. I'm going to have to get some more tea after doing this next bit because this is going cold. Which I don't like. I've pre-boiled my kettle as well, so when I go back and boil it, it's not going to take me 5 minutes to reach temperature, so I can make the tea in a 5-minute sprint. Planning ahead. Dal, hello. Not sprinting, just wanted to say hi. Happy writing, everybody. Thank you, Dal. Hayley loves writing pitches to... Oh, of course you do. Of course you do. Someone's got to love writing pitches. But I usually go for the memes. Memes could work though. Memes could work. You never know. I need to keep track of how many sprints we're doing as well, don't I? So just so I can sort of round up how many words I've actually written in a precise amount of time. Marie Mug, yes, Marie. Marie is my favourite character from Disney. It's my favourite non-animal character from Disney. Rapunzel's my favorite princess. Marie's my favorite other character. So yeah, just anything Marie, sling it my way, and I will happily accept. Nia, I plot, then outline, then write first draft, then edit. Yeah, although sometimes I don't outline. It depends on the book, and it depends on the story, and it depends what I'm bothered to do. Pitch for an agent, yeah, a query, if you would. They're basically the same thing. I think they might be slightly different. I think a pitch is more of a vocal pitch, and a query is like one written down, but they're basically the same thing. Sherry, I like helping with pitches. I've read literally everything, so I'm great with blurbs. Yes, Sherry is fantastic at wording things in such a cool, fun, and interesting way. Absolutely. Not for myself, though. I find that's the thing. There's something you're very good at, but you can only provide that service like with other people. Like if you try and do it for yourself, it's for some reason it doesn't work. Like if I'm betaing, there's certain things I'm very easily able to pick out in someone else's piece of work. I can never pick them out in my own work. It is super frustrating. Dow, I wrote my Twitter pitches and I like them, but I don't say they're good. Yeah. The ones I did for PitMad in December, I like them. I don't think they're very good, but I personally like what I wrote. Yeah. It's the thing is, it's one of those things where it's very opinionated. Someone might think it sounds good, and your friends might think it sounds good, and random strangers on the internet might think it sounds good, but an agent might not think it sounds good. So you're trying to appeal to everybody and nobody at the same time. It's super frustrating. Usually it's best to let someone else write the summary or blurb. For agent pitches, though, I aim for what's marketable about the book. Yeah, that is true. Obviously, it all comes down to the content and what is marketable, what is able to sell. It's very difficult, though, trying to, I guess, predict what is going to sell in 2-3 years, maybe, if you do get, I say chosen. That's not like the Hunger Games. If you get picked to be with an agent and trying to predict how far along the road your book is going to get, done and published and what is going to be marketable at that time. But yeah, looking at what is specifically marketable about your book, whether that is the characters or the period or the content. I was going to say something else and I forgot what I was going to say halfway through saying it. I'll come back to it. I can't remember what I was going to say. I always go to my friends for a second look at pictures. Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking more of Twitter pitch contests. Yeah, they're fun. They're still horrible though. Charlotte, I have to hop off for a meeting, but it's fun speaking with you guys. Happy writing. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you got some productive words in, and good luck with your meeting. Making notes of risk and terms. Yes. Right, we are going to get into our next 5-minute sprint, guys. Has anybody caught themselves in the middle of a sentence yet? No? Oh, luckily I haven't. I think I might be being sneaky and writing the extra couple of seconds after the buzzer goes off. I'll have to double check and see what we're doing. Right, I'm going to make tea in this 5-minute sprint and maybe get some words in because it's cold tea. It sucks. Don't drink it. But we will start the 5-minute sprint in 3, 2, 1 and begin. That would help me out, wouldn't it? Sorry. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. Damn it. Okay, that is the end of the 4th sprint. And I got caught in the middle of a damn sentence, which I'm so not happy about. But there we go. How did everybody do for that sprint? I got myself some more tea. I have a Dairy Milk chocolate bar here. It's a Marvelous Creations ones, so it's got jelly beans and popping candy inside. It's one of my favorites. So I'm happily munching on that now. The sprint was going. Me being me and too focused on tea, I forgot to share the screen. I didn't even realise, but yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know where I left off again. Greg Inc is here. Hello, how are you doing today? Dal, I'll go right in solitude and no sprints. Yeah, we're doing 5-minute sprints. They're not for everybody. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, Dal. Have a good writing session. Zara, yes, Zara does blurbs and pitches. So if anybody needs some help with those. Greg, struggling to write tonight. I'm not getting into the groove. Not getting into the groove as in you can't focus or you can't concentrate or you just can't get into what you're actually writing. I'm warning you, this stream is 5-minute sprints only. So we're hoping that the 5-minute time limit is going to help focus and productivity. But I am completely warning you now. They are only 5 minutes long. So before every Pitch Wars Pit Mad event this year, I'm going to be hosting extra pitch live streams. Yes, you did do a pitch live stream last time, didn't you? So yeah, that's really cool. I've already clicked on that. Already clicked on that one. Writing Violet might take you up in a meme pitch in the future, Hayley. Oh, oh, why did that not click when I wanted it to click? Should make a video about pictures. Absolutely. My mum came home, so I did not work. Half a line of dialogue with Barry. I got distracted. I don't think 5 minutes sprints are for me. But now you know. Now you know. They do work for some, I guess. They won't work for others. Currently they work for me. But seriously, if you don't want to just do the 5 minute pitch, do what I do in every other live stream that I attend. I just write through the person talking because I want to get more writing done than the person presenting usually is. So yeah, you'll very often find me listening to the conversation like a podcast and just typing along and doing all my work there. I'm so terrible. Sherry had to pick up groceries. I quite like. I love those Cadbury bars. It's so hard to find in the States. Are they? I swear Cadbury is owned by an American company now. You wouldn't think they'd be so hard to find if that's the case. I think I've got the pitch now to go sell myself to some alpha readers. Alpha readers are a godsend, absolutely. The popping and weird jelly bits are just so good together. American candy makers need to catch on. But then you guys have some stuff over there that we don't have over here, and it's like, why can't I get this in where I live without having to pay like £20 shipping or something stupid like that? Dawdling writer, I think I might have lost words. That sprint editing is weird. Editing is horrible. I hate doing word counts when I'm editing because it's either really good or it's really bad. UK chocolate just tastes better. I've never tasted American chocolate, so I can't comment on that fact. Thinking about the family size bag of Hershey Kisses in the next room. Look, we might have better chocolate. Not quote from me. But you guys have all of the Oreo cookie and the Pop-Tart flavors that us in the UK do not have. So who's really the winner here in terms of good junk food? I don't think it's us. I mean, half of it's already gone. Sherry, just jealous because keep forgetting to buy chocolate. I always have chocolate on hand. I don't always eat it, but I always have it. Did pretty good. That's great, Leah. Going to switch to drawing for the next. Fantastic. How about jelly beans? Jelly beans. I don't like eating jelly beans on their own. I will eat them in the chocolate though. The fun thing about these bars is if I can take it out without ruining my fingers. They come in these fun little shapes and textures on the top of the chocolate as well. So you get a nice big chunk to take out and eat, and now my finger's covered in chocolate like I knew it would be. But that's never a bad thing. I can't use my mouse now, so that was a mistake. Why am I like this? Right. We are going to go into our 5th 5-minute chaos sprint. Take that chocolate off my finger. I hope everybody is ready. Let me see where I left off on Abingdon House actually, so I know how much I did. Oh, I didn't really write much. 98 words on that last sprint, by the way. I completely forgot to mention it. Right. Share the screen, Sarah. That is the most important thing to do. To share the screen. There we go. It is shared. The sprint is going to begin in 3, 2, 1, and start. Okay, that is the end of the 5-minute sprint. How is everybody doing with all of them so far? I'm not switching I'm not switching projects, so they're not as bad as they were last time. I haven't also been doing them as long as I have been so far last time. So at the moment we're doing okay. I got calculator 151 words in that last sprint. I feel like I should be doing a better job, but I'm currently rewriting and trying to figure out what the hell 12-year-olds talk about. So between having to come up with casual yet world building yet relatable conversations, it's slowing me down more than I would like it to. Hopefully, once I get past this little part of this scene in chapter 6, and I get to the next part, it'll be a little bit easier to go. Brianna, Three Musketeers. I know that's a chocolate bar. I don't know what's in that chocolate bar. Lauren, hello, Laura. How are you today? The standards for chocolate production is higher in Europe than in the US. I think even Canada's chocolate is higher quality than the US's, including the Kit Kats. The only thing I know about the difference between any products production between the US and the UK is the US has a lot of preservatives and additives in it, a lot more than the UK does. A few years ago when I was working at McDonald's, we had this like message come down from my head office. Like, if anybody asks about the content of our fries, just explain something, something, something. And I was like, why would people be asking us about the content of our fries? Then it turned out someone had like taken a picture of the ingredients of fries. And it was like this long 15 ingredient list. But that was like the US's McDonald's version of fries, and the UK's was like 3 ingredients, which is like potatoes, oil. I think just the 2 ingredients, potatoes and oil. But the US's was like 15 long, and a lot of people were like not very happy about it, and obviously complaining to us, the UK, about it, not knowing, I guess, that it was from the US and not the UK. But that's the only thing that I know is different. Hold up, what? Guess who spilled sugar all over? How did you spill sugar in your fridge? How is that possible? Is this an American thing? Do you store sugar in your fridge? Legit question. How on earth did you do that? Are you going too fast? 5-minute sprints won't work for me on this assignment, so I think I'm going to put the stream on mute, but leave it up so you get the watch hours. Oh, thank you, Zara. I'm really sorry the 5 minutes aren't working for you on this particular assignment. I knew it would be a little chaotic for some people, but thank you for joining and thank you for giving it a go. How did you manage that? Absolutely no idea. Haley, you bring in the chaos. Laura, listening, watching a tutorial for workout, colours, faces, and lots for CG work, trying to stay awake. Sounds interesting though. Sherry ate lentil and tomato soup and got into PJs. You are having all the fun on this stream, Sherry. Or the actually watching your February bullet journal video. Oh, thanks. Needed some inspiration between writing sprints and was next on my watch list. Oh, thank you. Hear me out, magical TikTok. I'm listening. And the mini camp, we'll skip all the comments to talk about me because what do 12-year-olds talk about? Boogers, their parents, and Fortnite. Okay, parents, yes, I can do. Fortnite, I don't know anything about Fortnite, so I can't comment on it. And boogers, yeah, probably. I'm sort of going, is this conversation mature enough for a 12-year-old? Or does it sound more like 10-year-olds talking? Like, I don't know. There's a child awake. Okay. Magic Fortnite. Quite like your rip preservatives for my cold, dead, eternally preserved fingers, the FDA. The thing is, if they're not in the UK's version, they're clearly not needed in the US version either. Is it just to make them last longer? Does it have a longer shelf life than everything else? We're going to have to start a 5-minute sprint because I have actually got a child crying. So we're going to go into our next sprint, 6 minutes. Share the screen, Sarah, share the screen. There we go. I'm going to be sharing the screen. I won't put my face up so you can actually see the timer. We're going to do that in 3, 2, 1, begin. Okay, that is the end of the Stop Being Loud 5 minute sprint. How did everybody do for that last one? Didn't take me as long as I thought it would to quiet the child, luckily. Sometimes she's fine, sometimes it takes her absolutely ages to go down. Hopefully, luckily, it was the. Luckily, it didn't happen. Basically, I'm trying to write and I have such sucky words right now. I wrote 125 words in whatever time it was I had during that sprint. I think about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, perhaps. We're doing okay. We've done what, 6 sprints, which is 30 minutes worth of writing in 70 minutes. So not too bad, not too bad. It's a mini fridge, other sugar was on top. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't take you too much to actually clean everything out of your fridge. Laura, at 12, I talked about Harry Potter with my friends a lot. The first book or two would come out, we would play tetherball and handball during recess. Yeah. See, this is a difficult thing. Like, that's what I probably spoke about at 12 years old. But 12-year-olds have technology now, and most of them have phones. And it's like, what does a 12-year-old of today talk about? My oldest child is 10. So, and he talks about like Pokemon and games and stuff. There's also like how they talk and the words and the phrases that they would use as well. I need to try and do that to make it believable, which is also, but I'll just write it as I write it, and then I'll try and find some 12-year-olds to read it or something, I suppose. Who knows? Which one of our teachers is haunted? I distinctly remember having this conversation with my friends at 12 years old. You know what? They have been the characters discussing which of their teachers was most likely to send the wizard after them to attack them. So some sort of teacher-related conversation that has already come up. So I'm very glad that that is actually a 12-year-old conversation that someone had had. That's a relatable moment. JLC, hello, how are you? Working? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave this stream up so I can listen to your lovely voice in the background. Oh, thank you so much. Good luck with your work. Okay, it's a lot harder to stop drawing than it was writing. I'm not surprised. I'm absolutely not surprised it's so much harder to stop drawing. But like I said, if you continue doing the work while I talk, like, I'm not going to know. I'm not going to tell you off either. Like, sometimes you need to. If you get in the zone, guys, feel free to just continue writing past the 5 minutes. Like, seriously. I don't want to like impede anyone's creativity in the middle of it. So if you feel like you need to continue, absolutely. Maybe make up book series your characters are obsessed with and try to make theories about what's going to happen next when the next book comes out. That is actually a very interesting idea, Laura. That's actually really good. I like that. I need a piece of paper. You'd think I'm on my desk. You'd think I'd be surrounded by paper, but I'm actually not. Make a book series. Laura knows what's up. Haley, when I was 12, I broke my front tooth. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. You could include that. You know what? They do get into some trouble. I'm pretty sure I could include that actually. No, I was going to put it on my list as well. It's a magical realism world, so that can easily be fixed though in my world without any consequences. Not that that matters, I suppose. I'll be honest, I can't tell the difference between a 5-year-old and a 12-year-old. You know what? The ages blur. You'd think it'd be really easy to differentiate between how a 5-year-old talks and how a 12-year-old talks. But if you have a 5-year-old who's constantly around older people or older brothers and sisters, their speech patterns and the words they use are very, very similar. It's very frustrating. coming from a 5-year-old who likes to use the word presume in every other sentence. It's a 5-year-old, but the questions are a lot more sarcastic. Also, they've learned to cut you with words. I need more of that. I need more 12-year-old sarcasm. Definitely. I know cats, not kids. Haley flipped a chicken. It's like you're cooking and you flipped a chicken, or you have a chicken and you flipped it for fun. Kids don't read. Reading is for old people. One of my kids reads. The other one does not like reading. I'm trying to get my oldest boy to read Percy Jackson and the Olympians. He will not do it. He keeps telling me, it sounds boring. And I'm like, what is boring about a 12-year-old boy with magical water powers and a pen that turns into a sword fighting monsters? And he's like, yeah, it sounds boring. I don't like it. And I'm like, just read the book. You don't know. But yeah, hasn't read it so far. I lived in books as a kid. We're only allowed so much screen time, weekends only. Same. I was a very, very big book nerd when I was younger. I made it to the mini cam, but that's about me. Let's go. I don't know why I made such a big deal about the mini Kanban board. I just thought it was such a fun idea. But I'll tell you this. Those post-it notes, I keep mentioning, I don't know if they're going to work. They're definitely not going to work because they are only that top corner there really is peeling. So hopefully they'll stick. They're not falling out, obviously, but they are peeling a little bit. But hopefully they'll be okay. They're not going to last throughout the entirety of the Kanban board, but they'll last at least a little bit, I suppose. My little cousin's found a Selena Gomez fan account on Instagram at 12, which sort of feels like a parallel to me obsessively stalking Tom Felton fan blogs as a 12-year-old. Yeah, I feel like that is also a thing. One of my 12-year-old characters is very massively obsessed with magic, so I can very clearly see them running like a magic fan account, not that specific person, because I don't have like celebrities in my head in the world. Obviously there are celebrities in the world. I haven't created any. But she's the type of character to definitely run some sort of fan account in regards to magic. Sherry is on page 23. I have so much washing. Yeah, I have tons of wash. I don't use it as much as I used to when I first started bullet journaling, but sometimes I just can't help myself and I need to buy more. I need to go through it actually because there's some in there that I don't quite like as much as I used to. So I might just take them out and give them to the kids. So the kids don't take my washi tape to stick up their pictures. They have their own. And then sneakily buy myself some more that I'm going to feel like using. I'm about to fight Vanessa. Oh no, not Vanessa. I tried recording my planner after watching your video. The setup needs work. I don't know why setting up a camera to record filming anything on a flat desk or table is so difficult. I have, what do I have? I have this. I have this. It's one of the flexi stands, and I've got a shelf on the back of my desk, and basically I tuck this down the back of the shelf, and then that just rests over the top like that, and that's how I film my bullet journal videos recently. That's the easiest thing to do for me, but that's literally because I have the shelf. If I didn't have the shelf, I'd be screwed. But then it's trying to get yourself sitting at the right angle and having the book constantly at the right angle and in the camera's view, because you can't see what the camera is filming because the camera's pointing down and you can't see the screen, and it's a lot more difficult than I think people make it look. Some people make it look absolutely effortless. I don't understand how they set up their camera to film I don't know how they do it, but that's how I made it work. I used to have a little shelf on my pegboard, and I would take my iPad and I would balance my iPad half hanging off this little shelf on my pegboard, stick something heavy at the back to sort of weigh it down and film that way. You you make it work somehow. It's terrible, but you make it work. My teens constantly FaceTime. They hardly just call their friends without being on camera. See, I have a scene in my book where all the characters are talking, but they're talking on the phone. But they're talking like they're on like a three-way call. They're on like a three-way call on the phone. And this comment specifically, I was just literally like, why is that a thing? Why aren't they FaceTiming each other? Or why aren't they like on Zoom or like on WhatsApp, FaceTime or something? Why are they not? The things, see, three-way calls were a thing when I was younger. Despite the fact my son FaceTimes his friend all the time to see him, I just don't understand why. It's all this believability that you need to do, isn't it? They take a random pic of the wall or floor when sending a text. Yep. My boyfriend decided to switch a light off halfway through recording and I couldn't edit out his sock as he walked over to me. Leave it in. People love stuff like that. It's crazy. We've had to limit who they can FaceTime with. Oh, yeah. My son, he has my old phone and it's literally got like family members as contacts. He's taken to texting his cousin Ruby like all the time. I didn't know until it was mentioned to me, like he texts her. They text all the time, and I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't know this. But there we go. The things you learn. Right, are we on number 6 or are we on number 7 now? I think we're on number 7. Right, we're going to get into our next sprint. Because we are rapidly talking all of our time away. So we are going to, if we're ready, guys, we'll do two 5-minute sprints back to back. We'll do 5 minutes. We'll take a minute-ish break to chat, and then we'll do another 5 minutes. And then we'll see where that gets us. But we're going to start our next sprint. Let's reset that timer in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Oh, it was a terrible swallow of my tea. Okay, that is okay. Shush, you can shush. That is the 7th 5-minute sprint done and dusted. How did everybody do for that one? I didn't write as much as I wanted to, which seems to be the norm as we go, unfortunately. Just under 200 words, which is not too bad. I think I've discovered a slight plot hole in that I don't know how old my younger sister's, my protagonist's younger sister is. Whatever is happening during school hours. But her little sister is at home when technically she shouldn't be, because in my head she's 5. But now it's like I need her to be home for this specific part of the story to happen. Not a specific part of the story. There's a specific piece of conversation that happens because of the little sister. And I could probably change it, but I want to keep it as it is. But now it's like I'm gonna have to make the little sister younger so she is at home at 11 o'clock in the morning, which is very frustrating. We're going to. Sorry, I'm still eating the chocolate. We'll go through this one comment and get through to our next 5-minute sprint. At 12, I love going to concerts at the county fair, riding the rides, going through all the art and rock gem exhibits, and drinking lemonade with my family or friends' families. That's very interesting. That's very American. That sounds really weird to say, but obviously county fair. It's sort of, for me, being from the UK, is a very American thing. We don't tend to have county fairs. We tend to have like carnivals. I don't even think we call them fun fairs. We call them fun fairs. It's basically a carnival, and we only really get them like once a year. during November, where the fireworks hit, we get our fun fairs. So that's our version of a county fair, but it's not as fun as a county fair is. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, we are going to get into our 5-minute sprint. Sherry's pointed out another plot hole that I have. Sherry, I'll get to you. I know it's terrible. It's a first draft. It's fine. We're going to start our next sprint in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Okay, the sprint no, I don't want to start a new sprint straight away. That was an accident. Sprint is finished. How did everybody do in those 10-ish or so minutes? I did 199 words in that last sprint. So far, I've done 1,402 words during this stream, bar maybe 100 words or so. I still can't remember if I'd started writing anything for Abingdon House before the stream began. I think I might have done. My tea's gone cold again. Super frustrating, but there we go. How did everybody do? How are the 5 minutes being handled by everybody? where did I get off to in the comments, because learning what everyone did at 12 years old is absolutely fantastic. So at 12, I was knitting and selling stuff for charity and writing 2 novels, one of which I shelved and the other I eventually self-published as my first book. That's fantastic. Nia, my cousins took pictures of my unmade up face and sent it to their friends. I mostly tried not to murder them. That's evil. 12-year-olds are little shits. I need to remember that. My nephew is 2. My sister puts my YouTube videos on for him when he asks for me, and I'm working. Love that kid. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh. Poor kiddo was trying to be murdered. Yeah, absolutely. Kiddo knew what he was doing. Was the comment about FaceTiming from me? You know, I don't know. I don't know who mentioned it first. Not to flex, I was writing Lord of the Rings fan fiction when I was 12. You know what? At 12 years old, I think I was writing a mix of Cardcaptor Sakura and Digimon fan fiction. Not like, what's the word? Not like a crossover, but I think that's what I was writing at 12 years old. I think I could still sort of remember what both of those stories used to be about as well, which is, why is that memory still in my head of this plot that I wrote for those two? It's terrible. I just made her pizza and she felt bad. She was nice to me for the rest of the day. That is how you deal with children. Not with anger, not with murder, with, it's okay, I still love you. And then they're like, crap, damn it, I did the wrong thing. Wait, didn't you say she was Kay? So this is the protagonist looks at, see, this is what I mean. I don't know how old she is. I think I just made a conscious decision when I was writing it. And then obviously as I'm going through, I'm thinking I need to change certain things. Her age is one of them. She now needs to be 4. I can't get away with 5 if she's going to be at home. So we'll see. I'll make it work somehow. Meg, I've given up on sprinting for now. I just uploaded a video. Oh, I'm going to have to go watch that once we're done. And now I'm shopping for gel pens. And what should I take? Oh, shopping. Stationary shopping. My love, my love. I love those types of outings as a kid too, and my young ones do as well. Good to know some things don't change. That's good. Charlie is here. Hello. You're not late. Don't worry. Ooh, I'm co-hosting sprinting over on Charlie's channel tomorrow at 11 o'clock my time, which I think might be, no, it is 6 o'clock because I finished at 6 o'clock today, which is 6 p.m. EST over on Charlie's channel, by the way. I shall be there. Killing them with kindness. Absolutely. Laura, on to my next tutorial. So much to learn about colour spaces. Vixen's finished up a side character. Next, I think I'll work on putting together scenes. Yes, puzzle it all together. Brianna, fanfiction is a gateway drug to writing. I feel like it is. I feel like even if you don't want to be a writer, like I feel like most writers at some point have read or dabbled in fan fiction in some way. But back when I was into fan fiction, it wasn't a popular thing. It wasn't like, oh yeah, fan fiction. It was, oh my god, fan fiction. Like, it was something you would hide, I suppose, because everyone assumed it was like smut or something, or erotic. I don't know, but it was one of those things where you would not let someone else know that you read fan fiction or wrote fan fiction. Like secret identity levels of sorted out fan fiction. Absolutely. It's so much more accepted now, which is absolutely fantastic. I don't know how the magic in your world works, but what if they do projections of themselves, like magical FaceTimes, holograms, or magical pokes in the side during class to distract each other? I would love to do stuff like that. I would highly assume anybody magical does stuff like that, but the 3 of my main characters don't actually have magical powers in the first book. So while this is something I could definitely see in future books, because it's a 5-book series, because I hate myself, that is definitely something that they would do. At least one of the characters would do, who will get magic, who is the protagonist, is definitely going to do in futures. I love that. This is why I love talking about stuff, because the ideas, just the ideas, it's still something most everyone looks down on. If you find the right community, this amazing, fantastic community, it's okay and it's accepted. But yeah, some people are still a bit. Meh. Meg bought a book, some jelly roll pens, and some space themed washi tape. Today is a success. Absolutely a success. Haley, for once, can't believe we used to write fan fiction on a family desktop computer. Just typing away, and someone walks in, and you're like, yeah, not doing anything, don't worry. Try and hide it. Absolutely. Right, it is 20 to 11. Let us try and get two more sprints down and dusted. That will bring us to 10. That will bring us almost to an hour worth of sprints, which for 2 hours, and the fact I'm talking quite a bit, it's actually quite good. So, horrible cold tea, which I'm not going to sort out now. I'll sort it out later. Let us get to going with our chaos sprint number 9, guys, and we're going to begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, let me share the screen. There we go. I'll get it eventually. Oh my god. Okay, that is the end of the ninth sprint. I keep not capitalizing my main character's name, and then every time I go to capitalize it, it doesn't capitalize, and it's like, why aren't you capitalizing? I don't like it. I don't like it. Right. Sprint number 9 done and dusted. We are at 1,551 words for Abingdon House. We wrote 148 words in those 5 minutes, which is not too bad. Ah, Lord, okay. We're having a fun conversation in the comments. Made up names for the people that bully us. Striped sweater wearing fanboy. That's quite a cute name, though. Perspectives have definitely shifted within the writing community. Yeah. Outside of the writing community, it still has some really negative images associated with it. It definitely does. But as long as we can have our, our own little tight-knit community, we may get away with it too. 50 Shades was fan fiction. Yep, Twilight was Buffy fan fiction. Retellings are popular because Hollywood knows people recognize it. Yeah. Makes easier to sell. New are much harder to market. Unfortunately, that's the problem though, isn't it? A lot of modern stories have started out as some form of fan fiction, either in concept or having been originally written that way. I think definitely people getting into fan fiction, writing the characters that they know and the worlds that they know in a different story, liking the plot and wanting to change the characters. Not very much. Change the names of the characters. To make it not fan fiction, definitely. Barry, 188 words. Sherry hugged their cat. Yes, cat hugs. Cat hugs I love. Right, let us go into another sprint. I think we can fit 1, possibly 2 in if we do them back to back before we end. We'll at least get 1 done if everybody is ready to go for the 10th Chaos Sprint in 3, 2, 1, begin. Okay, that is the end of the sprint. How did everybody do on that one? I had to go let the husband in the house.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Really? Oh, thanks.
201 words for that sprint. No one likes that.
Well, you did.
No,
I'm sure someone would.
Jamie didn't like it. Got some, what is it?
Peanut butter jelly time.
Peanut butter and grape jelly
I can't even make
stripes.
I can't even
Woo!
make my dinner.
Which is fun. I'm sorry you can't make your dinner. Give me a few minutes. And how did everybody do on that sprint? What we're going to do is go into our last 5-minute sprint. That will give us a round hour. No, it won't. That'll give us 50. No, that'll give us 55 minutes worth of streaming time, which I think is pretty decent for a 2-hour stream. We're going to get straight into it. So if everyone's ready, 3, 2, 1, and go for the last 5-minute sprint of the stream. Okay, that was the end of the last 5-minute sprint for the live stream. Let me get rid of that and stop the screen. How did everybody do for that last sprint? How did everybody do for the stream in general? I managed to write 1,884 words in 55 minutes, which, considering I'm rewriting and I'm rewriting something quite awkward at the moment, is actually a very, very good result. I'm very, very happy with that. Was not 100 completely focused most of the time, having to get up and make tea and stuff, but I did a good job. I'm happy with that. I don't know where I left off again, which is very terrible. We did that. Laura, still watching the tutorial, but that was a couple of ones ago. I remember that PB&J concoction. Yeah, absolutely. It's okay. Like, I'm not a massive fan of peanut butter, and I don't know why you guys call jelly jam unless it's actually jelly and not jam. But we have it. We get American stuff in sometimes, not at massive cost. That was kind of fun. Surprisingly, I got a bit done. Yeah, it's very surprising how much you can get done in 5 minutes. Obviously, it's very, very difficult to maintain sometimes, especially if you don't have a lot of different projects to flip around to. I think if I had gone 2 different projects, I might have gotten a better word count result, but because I was focusing just on Abingdon House, which I think kind of goes against the whole 5-minute time block thing, it's a little bit lacking, but still a very good result for someone who's having trouble with motivation issues. Sherry took a break from reading by eating snacks. Yes, all the snacks. Not a lot of dinners this live stream, though, to be fair. Usually, everyone's like, oh, I made dinner in this sprint. I suppose I didn't give you guys time to make dinner, so I do apologize. I hate to give Elon Musk any kudos at all, but this 5-minute working thing is really working for me. I was so productive. Yeah, it's very surprisingly productive. I was very shocked. It was surprisingly. It's not just Elon, though. I think Bill Gates also does, which isn't much better. But yeah, the 5 minutes of focus is actually quite good. It can be if you're in the right frame of mind. It's only 5 minutes. Touch up on the scene for this last sprint. Fantastic. 10 more minutes of tutorials, and I can get back to reading my writing craft book, Writing in the Dark. Oh, love learning about writing craft books. Yes, how do you like it so far, Laura? Barry, 1,097 words in total. That's fantastic. Laura, really liking the book so far. Over halfway through, it's helping with my horror writing. Oh, horror writing. Very fun. Right, guys, it is 11 o'clock where I am now at night, which means I'm very happy to say it's my bedtime. Although, to be fair, I probably won't be going to bed because this is the only time I have in my life ever to spend doing what I want to do. So I might very badly keep myself up for a little bit, watching something to make it feel like I have actually had some time to myself today, which is really bad, and I should, because I have to be up early tomorrow. But self-care, what is that, you know? Horror writing doesn't come naturally to me at all, so this is a great recommendation. Absolutely. Took a step out just because I made dinner. There's the dinner, so now I'm eating it. Lovely. Right, if anybody is looking for any more sprinting to do today, give me a second to pull up the calendar and I will let you guys know who is currently sprinting. I think Charlie Dorset is currently sprinting. HK Darkwood is currently sprinting as well over on her channel. And then Wordstitch Write-ins has a stream going at 8 p.m. EST. And then Sarah Nicholas is 8 p.m. EST. Also, if you guys are looking for any more to do, Thank you so much for joining me. Finished and submitted my paper day. Well done, that's fantastic. I love writing horror. I didn't realise until December last year. I've never actually written, I don't like horror as a genre, so I doubt I'd ever write horror. But I'm trying to put more horror-ish aspects in my writing, so hopefully we'll see how it goes. This will be helpful since I work on so many projects. It just means you can switch your focus, and if you start losing creativity or momentum on one, you've got another one to go straight to, which is also super helpful. Can't wait to stream with you either. It's going to be so much fun. My God. Laura has a live stream starting in 3 hours, 9 p.m. EST. I will head straight over to your channel so I can add it to the Google Calendar. I don't get all of them. I get most of them. So I will get that going. Thank you so much for watching Quite Live. You have a fantastic night as well. Barry, Sherry, thank you so much. Yes, okay, so me and Nia are going to be hosting an AuthorTube wrap-up stream for the month of January. We do this every single month. This month it is, oh God, it is actually on Sunday. We are at the end of January, this Sunday at 4 p.m. EST. If anybody would like to hop on, help co-host, talk about what you have done in January, what your goals are for February, get a few extra sprints in, you can hit me up on Instagram at Sarah Cahill Writes, or if you see me on a Discord somewhere, just hit me up on Discord and we'll get it all set up. Reach chapter 3, Hayley, that's fantastic. Right, guys, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for the productivity and the company, and I will